Hello friends, now I am going to start today to discuss with you about detail of Champaner, one important heritage place in India which is included in UNESCO's heritage site. That is important thing which we need to remember. Usually it is very rarely possible that many places come in a single list of the UNESCO, but it has happened with India. That you remember. Okay. Now I'm going to discuss with you about Champaner. See, Champaner is one heritage place located in state of Gujarat under foothills of Pavagad at Halol Taluka in Panchmahal district in state of Gujarat. I have stated earlier, right? Okay, I repeat. Located in state of Gujarat under foothills of Pavagad at Halol Taluka in Panchmahal district. Usually, some places have their own history about when it was developed. So, with Champaner, the history of individual independent sultanate in Gujarat, Muhammad Shah, who was known to be Muhammad Begada. Why the use the word Begada? Begada means Be means two. Gada means God, forts. He had conquered two forts. So his name was added with the additional word title Begada. So the position of the Champaner in time of Muhammad Shah as capital city in South Gujarat for him, and he named the same city or the same place as Muhammadabad. Remember, so Champaner was converted in the other name as Muhammadabad during rule of Muhammad Shah or the Muhammad Begada in independent Gujarat Sultanate. See, there are so many important places here. Moti Masjid, Jama Masjid, historical fort, and other important buildings were also found in Champaner. So, in present day, what is the importance of Champaner for us? Remember, it is historically well known place for us as known to be independent Gujarat Sultanate as well as historical aspect with heritage aspect as the part of the heritage list of the UNESCO. So remember, it is a part of the world heritage. Now, okay, so here I have discussed with you about Champaner. Now I am going to start to discuss about different monuments or the places in Gujarat as the places of cultural heritage that I am discussing now. See, Gujarat is considered to be heritage places having a state. So the importance of the Gujarat is always great in term of the archaeological aspects. Temples, cave architectures, wells, step wells, forts, arcs, victory towers, so many things we can find in Gujarat. So understand, the value of the Gujarat is always great. I repeat, the value of the Gujarat is always great, and nobody could forget the value of the Gujarat. That I want to indicate. Let's discuss the first about two different cities of Indus Valley civilization found in Gujarat, Dholavira and Lothal. I repeat, two different cities of Indus Valley civilizations found in Gujarat, both were Dholavira and Lothal. See, Dholavira is situated today in Khadirbet region at Bhachau Taluka in Kutch district, and Lothal is located near Ahmedabad on Ahmedabad Bhavnagar highway in Ahmedabad district. So, in term of both the city, both are most ancient historical civilizations place. Dholavira is renowned as a center of trade and commerce during Indus Valley civilization, and its history is, by calculating today's time, 5000 years ago. And here some remains have been found, and these remains have proved that it was a place of bead making factory. Second, it was a place of ornament making shell. So in that way, Dholavira was considered as historical place and trade and commerce center. See, about Lothal, I could say it was considered to be part of Indus Valley civilization or Harappan culture. Here, I want to indicate one more point. Every part is having important place in term of trade and commerce activity. So, Lothal was also considered in those days as important center for trade and commerce. Right, my friends? That we have to understand now. Now here the main point we have to discuss is about Junagadh. So here two points I discussed. Both were places of Junagadh and both were places of Lothal and Dholavira, and earlier I discussed with you today about Champaner. Now if I want to discuss about Junagadh, I cannot forget some names as like Rakhinga, King, Kingar. Ra means Raja, King, Kingar. And its clash or the fight with King of the Patan, Jai Singh Siddharaj. So in that way it was a clash for Siddharaj and Khenga. But apart of this historical aspect, I want to discuss here some historical remains have found here, and these remains have proved that the Junagadh was also under control of King Ashoka, because stone inscription of Ashoka is found here. Second, some caves of the Buddhism have been found in a region of Girnar hills, Buddhist caves of Khaprakodia, step well of Queen, old Raj Mahal, the fort of Uparkot in Junagadh, Navaghan well, Bahauddin Wazir's tomb. See, these are the list of the places. This is the list which I have indicated. That is the list of the places which are historical place in Junagadh. Bhavanath Fair. See, important thing is Bhavanath Fair is the most religious fair in Girnar, under the foothills of Girnar, on the day of Mahashivratri. So understand, the importance of Junagadh is a historical aspect, religious aspect. See, here Junagadh is also considered with the name of Narsi Mehta, the great poet, a religious follower of Lord Krishna. So, name of the Narsi Mehta is also associated with the Junagadh. We cannot forget about it. Here, okay, it is not discussed in the chapter, but I cannot forget, and so I am indicating here about all this. Okay, now I am going to discuss about Ahmedabad. See, Ahmedabad is the one of the important city in present day. It is an important city in present day, as well as city of the medieval period in India. So, the importance of the Ahmedabad is considered as historical city. Remember, this is the important point. You have to remember this. Okay. Which are the important monuments we can see here? I am just making the list. And these names or the places which I am going to indicate is the always in the priority list. When the foreigners are coming to Ahmedabad to visit, they always visit these places. The first one is the fort of Bhadra. Second one is the Jama Masjid. Third one is the mosque of Queen Sipri. Fourth one is the Rosa of Sarkhej. The fifth one is the Kankaria Lake. Sixth one is the Shaking Minarets, the Julta Minar. The other name of the Shaking Minarets is Julta Minar. The another one is a Sidi Sayyid Grill, the most excellent piece of the minute carving in architectural aspect. That is the important thing we have to remember. Thereafter, the Jain temples of Hati Singh, mosque of Queen Rupamati. These places which I have stated are considered to be most important places in terms of the historical aspect. Another places that I want to discuss here. See, Shaking Minarets originally are two. The first one is in the Rajpur Gomtipur area. After crossing the bridge of the Sarangpur, it is coming. The second one is at the outside of the Sarangpur Darwaza or the gate. So there are two places. Okay. As I have talked about Sidi Sayyid Grill, it is an extraordinary example of minute carving in the geometrical creation way that we need to understand. And see, here I want to discuss one more point. When you are going to see the Sidi Sayyid Grill, you cannot find that it is carved in different pieces of the stone. Total 36 pieces have been used. But when you see the grill, you will find as the single grill. Not even a single crack or the difference is seen by connecting two different stones. That is the greatness. One more point. As about the Shaking Minarets, you can see that the minarets are vibrate, but the remain structure is always remain the same. If someone is trying to just turn or try to make the vibration in the minarets, only in the upper part of the minarets the vibration is happening. So it is yet today considered to be unsolved secret of vibration. Nobody has found the reason of the vibration, why it is happening in Julta Minar or the Shaking Minarets in Ahmedabad. Okay, now I want to discuss about Patan, the one-time capital city of North Gujarat, when the Patan was the important place. Okay, here the another nearby city or the place is Siddhpur. So Patan and Siddhpur both are nearby each other between distance of 26 kilometers. 26 kilometers, not more than that. Distance between both the places. Okay. Now I am discussing here important places of both the places. Important monuments of both the places, right? Okay. Sahasralinga Lake. The lake is surrounding having 1008 small Shivalinga in surrounding area of that lake. It is a Sahasralinga Lake. Second, Stepwell of Queen. It is called in Gujarati Rani Ni Vav, or in other way it is spoken as Rani Ki Vav. Third one is a Rudra Mahalay. See, Rudra Mahalay is at Siddhpur. Remember this point. Sahasralinga Lake is at Patan, but Rani Ki Vav and Rudra Mahalay both are in Siddhpur. These points you have to remember. Now I want to discuss one thing. The Rudra Mahalay is not completely remain now, but some ruins of the Rudra Mahalay are found at there, and it is near the Patan that we want to remember. Okay. Here, what about Rani Ki Vav? It is a place of historical World Heritage UNESCO's site. Here, it was built in the time of Solanki ruler Bhimdev I, when his queen Rani Udaymati found that the Patan has the problem of the water. So to solve this problem, she suggested to construct one step well near that area, and it is known to be Rani Ki Vav. In 2014, it has been included in the list of heritage site, and it has important features of beautiful arrangement of water harvesting. See, step well means absolutely it's a well where the rainwater is collected. Okay, one thing more. Step well means the person can go downstairs by passing through steps or the stairs. You can see also in the picture. Okay. Now, here one more important point is, in those days, this kind of the thinking about the welfare of the people makes the importance of the Rani Ki Vav is more